Just because you spend more time in the gym, it doesn't mean you're going to be getting more results. What it really comes down to is the quality of the workout, not the duration of time that you're going to be spending in the gym. What's up everyone, David here, got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. Now today we're gonna be talking about how much time you're spending in the gym, what exactly it is that you're doing, and why spending more time is not gonna be getting you the results that you have. Doesn't matter what it may be, whether it be building muscle, gaining strength, losing fat, doesn't matter. What matters is what you do in the gym, not necessarily the time spent in there. Let me put it to you this way. I'm pretty sure you, or maybe someone that you know, spends so much time in the gym, and there comes to a point where you start realizing maybe you're not seeing the results that you want. Maybe you realize, man, I'm spending all this time in the gym. I'm going day after day, week after week, month after month. I'm spending X amount of time, whether it be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours every day inside the gym, but you're not really getting the results that you're looking for. Doesn't matter what type of results, whether it's building muscle, building strength, losing fat, doesn't matter. You're not getting those gains. Now, why exactly is that? Could be because you're just wasting too much time and you're not actually focusing on the quality of the workout. You're focusing too much on the quantity. Again, I cannot emphasize that enough. When it comes to seeing results and bettering yourself at the gym, what matters is the quality of the workout, not the quantity. So too many people are fixated on how long they're staying in the gym. They think that more is better, but realistically, that's not the case. Because what exactly is that more? What exactly are we getting more of? Is it more good quality workout, or is it more junk volume? That's gonna be the biggest thing. That's what we're gonna really be emphasizing on today. Junk volume. For those of you who may not know what that is, realistically, it's those sets of each exercise that you do that realistically are not gonna get you anywhere. You may not be aware of this, but some of the sets that you're doing with any given exercise, whether it be squats, bench press, rows, pull downs, doesn't matter. Any given exercise, some of the sets that you're doing are realistically not giving you anything in return. You're just wasting your time. So what exactly can we do to eliminate this and save time in the gym to make sure that even though we're there for now a shorter period of time, we're really putting in the effort and we're making that time count? First one's gonna be, you gotta really understand what working sets are. When it comes to working out, I'm pretty sure many of you have a workout program, whether you wrote it yourself or you grabbed it from someone else. You have something written on there, 3 sets of 10 reps, 4 sets of 8 reps, 5 sets of 5 reps. That's all good and well. Depending on what your goal is, that's what's gonna determine the sets and reps, whatever. Let's just say you already have that in mind. But what's really important to understand is those sets, however many that you say you're going to do, 3, 4, 5, however many, they have to be good quality working sets. That means that each set, you got to push yourself. Those shouldn't be warm-up sets. It shouldn't be, let's just say you're doing 5 sets. 1 set, all right, feels good, let's add a little bit more weight. 2 sets, all right, a little bit more weight. 3 sets, all right, we're starting to feel a little something now, starting to get a little harder, but you know what, I could add more. 4 sets, all right, now I'm starting to get a good amount of struggle in, now I feel the muscle burning, and then finally, by the time you get to that last set, that's the good one. That's the one where you're really feeling the burn on a bench press, the burn in your quads from a squat, the burn in your lats and biceps from a row. No. What you really just did right there was 4 sets that realistically got you nothing, and it wasn't until that 5th set where you actually will start seeing results. So those first few sets, they didn't get you anywhere. So what we need to do is actually focus on the quality of the set. We need to focus on working sets. No matter what it is that it says on your workout program, you got to make sure they are working sets. So right now, the example, what would have been 4 warm-up sets and 1 working set? No. How about we cut those warm-up sets in half and we actually then work towards good quality working sets? Because think about it, if you're just wasting your time, okay, no, that's not heavy enough. No, let's go a little bit more. No. find that good weight that's gonna give you enough resistance and start lifting it. Now, I'm not saying to completely avoid your warm up in general. You obviously gonna wanna look out for your health. You don't wanna just jump into some heavy weight when you're bench pressing. You might mess up your shoulder. You don't wanna just jump straight into some heavy weights on the squat. You know, you might mess up your hips, your knees, whatever it may be. But you shouldn't be wasting so much time doing those sets that realistically are not getting you anywhere. If by the end of your set, you're not struggling to get 1 or 2 more reps, then realistically, that set was a waste of time because it's not gonna get you anything. What determines a good quality working set is how hard you push yourself. And how hard you push yourself should be to the point where you're not necessarily going to failure. Again, you don't have to go to failure with every set of every exercise that you do, but you do want to push hard enough so that way your muscle has no choice but to adapt to that stimulus you're putting on it. So again, I would define a working set as somewhere where you push yourself hard enough to the point where once you're done, you could have done 1, maybe 2 more reps at the end. If you're stopping your set and you could have done 3, 4, 5 more reps, that's not a good set. You just wasted time. You could have just kept pushing, get those last few reps, and then that will determine making it a working set. So cut out all that junk volume, cut out all the non-quality sets, and actually focus on good working sets against appropriate amount of resistance and a good amount of reps to really force those muscles to grow. Now, we keep talking about warm-up sets too. And as you see, I actually wrote that under junk volume, but I also said you don't want to skip your warm-up. So why would it be considered junk volume, which is essentially what we're trying to avoid, but at the same time I'm telling you not to avoid your warm-up sets? Here's the thing. Too many people, they spend too much time focusing on warm-up sets and not enough on the working sets. Realistically, you don't need to spend 3, 4, 5 sets warming up to your main lifts. Let's put it to you this way. If you have to spend that much time warming up, then there's a bigger underlying issue there. Whether it be because you have a lingering issue in your elbows, so it's like, okay, I gotta get a couple extra warm-up sets and to really loosen things up and really warm up my elbow when I'm bench pressing. Or, you know, I got some knee problems, so I gotta spend more time doing more sets squatting so that way I could work up to that main weight. Okay, why don't we address those issues? Figure out, why do you have that elbow pain in the first place? Why do you have that knee pain in the first place? Address it so you don't have to waste as much time warming up. Realistically, the warm-up sets should be no more, in my opinion, than 3 sets. Afterwards, now you're in your good working weight. Now you can actually start seeing some results. But if you keep pushing it past that, well, you're just spending more time, just wasting more time essentially, warming up when it's realistically getting you nothing. All right, your body's already warmed up. And the biggest thing that wastes even more time that people are really thinking is gonna get them somewhere is if they move on from one exercise to another exercise that is still working the same muscle group and they feel the need to still warm up. So let me put it to you this way. On my leg days, I go ahead and I always start off with barbell back squats. Nothing too crazy. I do 3 warm-up sets. I do a warm-up set with the bar, I do a warm-up set with 1 plate, and I do a warm-up set with 2 plates. And I'm not even pushing hard. I'm literally doing the bar for 10 reps, 1 plate for 3 reps, 2 plates for 3 reps. Afterwards, I go ahead and put 3 plates on the bar, and that 3 plates is now when I'm going to start my 3 sets of 6 reps or whatever it is I have planned for that day. Okay, I got plenty of warm up in. Now the 3 plates on my back, that's good resistance. Boom, I'm getting my 6 reps, and that 6 rep was difficult. Boom, that's a good quality set. I could have done 1, maybe 2 more left in the tank. I'm gonna repeat that 2 more times. But the issue is, once I'm done with my squats and however many sets I do with that given weight, I'm then gonna move on to hack squats. And what I see many people do is once they move on to that new exercise, they're still working the same muscle groups. So in this case, a hack squat and a regular barbell back squat are still gonna work the same thing. It's gonna work your glutes, it's gonna work your quads. They still decide to start off light and then the next set go a little heavier and then the next set go into their working weight. Why do you have to warm up again and start off light and slowly work your way up for a new exercise when you just finished working out those muscle groups in the previous one? What is there to warm up? Those muscles are already warmed up for you. So again, right after I'm done with all my sets with squats, once I get into the hack squat, I'm good to go. I'm warmed up. My hips, my knees, my ankles, they're loosened up. My glutes, my quads, they're firing. Now let's already load up the weight. Let's go straight into those working sets. Again, I'm already working the same muscle groups. They've been worked the previous 3 sets with squats. And this goes for any exercise that you do. Too many times on chest day, bench press is usually the first exercise. And then what do guys do? They then move on to, let's just say, incline bench press or cable crossover. Okay, why are we starting off light? your pecs are already warmed up. Your shoulders are already loosened up from all those sets that you did with the regular bench press. Okay, now when we move on to the new exercise, what exactly we're warming up for? You're using the same muscle, just jump into that working weight. So you could already just go straight into the working sets and you avoid having to do excessive amounts of warm-up sets, which again, is just eating away at the time. And that's what we're trying to avoid. Again, warm-up sets, depending on where and how you do them, could just add on to the junk volume. Are warm-up sets important? Yes. Am I telling you that you should be doing them? Yes. But when and how you're doing them, that's what's real important here. You don't want to waste your time doing additional warm-up sets if it is not necessary. And lastly, we got now the issue of too many sets when it comes to junk volume. Now, again, this goes hand in hand with the thing that people think more is better. Well, how much more can we do until we no longer seeing us get better? There's so much you can do on any given exercise before either the quality of the sets goes down, your form goes down, or an injury is bound to happen. And I feel like the best example for this is gonna be for the chest. You see the gym bros, they start off with bench press. They go do some type of incline press. They do something on the cables like flies. Then they go and do their decline press. Then they do them dips. Bro, there's only so many sets that you can do for your chest before you either hurt yourself or realistically, you're not getting anything out of it. Because let's put it to you this way. If you're doing 4 sets for bench press, 4 sets for incline press, 4 sets for cable crossover, okay, you're already at 12 working sets. Now the fact that you're gonna go ahead and do some dips, maybe now you're gonna do some dumbbell bench press, that's just more and more sets that you're adding. At that point, the amount of return on gains that you're gonna get at your chest is realistically nothing, because how hard can you really push yourself on those additional sets? Your chest is already fried, assuming that you did those 4 sets for those previous 3 exercises. So I should say those previous 12 exercises, assuming you're pushing yourself hard enough the way you're supposed to actually make those working sets instead of warm-up sets, your chest should be fried at that point. So realistically, you're not going to be getting anything out of those additional exercises you're going to do towards the end. There's only so many sets you can do. Eventually, your chest is not going to respond. Think of it this way. If we do more and more volume, okay, the more volume we do, so we'll go ahead, get a graph going right here. This down here is volume. Okay, and then we'll call this axis right here, I'll just put it as results. Yeah, obviously when you're starting off, the more volume you do, the more results you'll get. It makes sense, because let's put it this way. You do 1 set of chest, you're not gonna get much results. You do 5 sets of chest, you're obviously gonna be seeing more results. But there's only so much you can do before it just starts to plateau. So you see, the more volume you do, eventually, the amount of results that you're going to get as a result of that, it's not going to be worth it. So think about it. Let's just say this is the cutoff point right here. And this was right around 10 sets. Okay? But now by the time we get over here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 working sets, okay? Look at how much results you'll be getting there compared to how much results you got here. Are those additional sets really worth the very minimal amount of results you're going to be getting on behalf of those? In my opinion, no. Why? Because you're not going to be getting much results, obviously, and the amount of time that is taking away from other things you can do throughout the day, that's just more time you're just wasting in the gym. It's not going to give you anything in return. Again, it's not always about more is better. It's the quality of your sets, not the quantity. So there you have it, everyone. Biggest takeaway from this video, junk volume. Understand what exactly is it and realize that that is the reason why you're not getting as much results as you possibly could. You're fixated too much on the fact that more is better. You think that spending more time in the gym is going to get you more results. No, that's not necessarily the case. There's only so far you can push it before eventually you plateau. What matters is the quality of those sets, the quality of the workout. I'd rather do 6 hard, good working sets compared to 12 sets, but only a certain amount of those were actually me pushing myself. So it really comes down to working sets. Make sure each one you're pushing hard enough to make that muscle grow and adapt, to make it bigger, make it stronger. How hard should you push each set? By the time you're done with your last rep, you could have done 1, maybe 2 more left in the tank. Again, you don't always necessarily have to go to failure. Warm-up sets. Important for the first exercise of your workout you're doing, or the first exercise of that given muscle group that you're working. But if you're moving on to the next exercise and you're still working the same muscle groups, those muscles are already warmed up. You don't have to spend more time warming up. They're already fired up. Just jump straight into that good weight, get those working sets in. And then lastly, you may finally understand what working sets are, but now you may be doing a little too much. Again, more is not better. There is a correlation with volume and results, but up to a certain point. You just keep pushing past that point, there's only so much more results you're gonna be getting. And the fact that you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, even though that muscle is just getting more and more physique, something's gotta give. Your form's starting to fall apart, the muscle's about to give out. That's a pop, that's a tear, that's a strain. Something's bound to happen. Play it safe, push yourself only as much needed to get those results that you want. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Again, I'm just trying to help y'all save time in the gym, and with the time that you are spending there, I wanna make sure it counts. Comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to this channel, but my girlfriend's channel and our couple's channel so you miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.